Podcast ini ditajakan khas oleh ejen hartanah tim Mirza Fai, pemenang pelbagai anugerah Pegasus dalam industri hartanah.
Jual, beli atau upgrade rumah HDB atau kondo, WhatsApp Mirza di 83832145 atau hubungi Fai di 8338555.
Tim Mirza Fai, jalan sama naik, cari rumah idaman, janji tak pernah lari. Dari kunci sampai mimpi jadi, percaya kami, Tim Mirza Fai berdiri. Tak kira HDB, kondo atau landed, dengan kami semua urusan jadi mudah. Impian keluarga kini tercapai, pilihan utama Tim Mirza Fai. Ribhai Show, Ribhai Show, Ribhai Show. Rakaman selindung, kontroversi panas terus kita bedung. Cakap lepas cerita memang raw, inilah suara The Ribhai Show. Apa kau fikir kita soal balik? Topik hangat berani tarik, tak kisah siapa semua kita tanya. Truth or dare kami buka minda. Ribhai, suara rakyat bersuara, gelak debat kisah semua terbuka. Sedia ada papi, sedia ada flow. Selamat datang ke The Ribhai Show.
Selamat datang, selamat kembali ke The Ribhai Show.
Start off with a bang,
Start off with a bang, di mana kita ada lagu baru of Mirza Fai. Wey.
Setelah sebulan disponsor oleh mereka, ditaja, baru kita buat lagu untuk diorang.
Apa khabar Abang Fai dengan Abang Mirza?
Baik.
Baik Abang senyum bang. Okay bang,
Tadi ada satu
difference lah.
Satu perubahan sikit.
Apa dia perubahan
Kalau
dia?
korang perasan, aku baru perasan ni,
Ya.
diorang duduk ke tempat.
Ya betul. Betul.
Kira pasal apa, hari ni dia play limelight, dia play spotlight.
Betul.
It's more to Abang Fai. Dari soalan-soalan panas semua diberi kepada Abang Fai. Kepada Abang Mirza will be a chill and mellow punya question and answer.
Correct. Pasal selalu Abang Fai suka pasing-pasing.
Selalu pasal kalau korang tengok the past few episodes yang kita dengan orang kan, Abang Mirza has always been the one yang tekong the question.
Correct.
Abang Fai tolak tepi kan.
Tepis.
So hari ni tak boleh tepis, tak boleh kikis. Dia mesti jawab sampai habis lah.
Betul. Allah, kenapa lah ni roadcaster dah ni kena beli baru lah kat ni.
Jangan.
Okay, Abang Mirza dengan Abang Fai, suka tak surprise tadi?
Alhamdulillah. Surprise juga tu.
Kan? Abang Fai macam tak suka je Abang Fai.
Bukan tak suka, tapi macam terkesima.
Oh, terkesima.
Terkesedu.
So, kalau kau tak tahu apa tu terkesima,
Ya.
I think you have to use ChatGPT atau Google lah kan.
Oh,
I think kadang-kadang main boleh level terlalu tinggi kan.
Terkesima I tak tahu. Ipa maksima I tahu.
Ya. Kalau kita tengok episod yang lepas ni, sebelum ni,
sebelum ni
dia cakap my Malay not that fasih.
Yeah. Now he say talk. So what about your Spanish?
That's why abang ni confused lah abang ni. Okay, kita dapat penerimaan komen dari kita punya Spotify.
Di Spotify.
Ya, tajuknya klien nak pinjam duit Mirza Fai.
Oh ya. Okay.
Macam lawas bawah sangat.
Ya bang, naikkan dia mic.
Naikkan sikit abang.
Just
Sorry
naikkan
abang.
Okay.
Okay. Boleh tak bang? Boleh
Right.
naik sikit lagi abang.
Sikit lagi.
Lagi sikit
Nanti Abang Mirza macam Eddie Potter pakai spek.
Okay, boleh macam ni.
I think are you comfortable with that?
Boleh.
Okay, alright.
Okay,
let me just go.
Okay. So soalannya adalah just asking dari Wan Ayuni, kenapa Mirza Fai just bilang client is against the rules to borrow money to the client? I'm sure the client, even though dia macam gitu, dia tak rasa ghosted. Dia macam gitulah agaknya suaranya.
Tak ada. Sekarang kau duduk bersila tau.
Ya.
Asal macam kau play bopli terkeping gitu kan. Kau play berbual.
Yalah, aku imagine dia berbual macam mana.
Okay.
Abang Fai boleh tak ulaskan?
Aku juga kena.
Memang bukan blank show.
Kita hormat partners. So I dahulukan Miza untuk jawab dulu.
Ya.
So question dia kenapa kita apa?
Tak, bilang dia just straight cakap that is against the law untuk pinjam duit.
Yeah, of course. Because bila klien pinjam duit yang reference to that comment tu, this is not the first time. Banyak kali we actually ever dululah, I think like years back kita pernah tolong klien, tak nak cakap siapa, pun ribu-ribu juga, and end up dia dah collect dia untung dia, tapi dia ghosted kat kita. Dia tak bayar balik, you see. And then for our line of work, we don't have union lah, apalah, we cannot complain. So
Betul.
yeah, so and then when we seek legal counsel from one of the law firm that kita punya kawan tu, so he say by right we are not supposed to pinjam duit lah. Macam in return for a favor, kita pinjamkan duit dulu, and nanti dia jualkan, dia suruh kita jual rumah dia. No, it's like a barter trade or exchange apa. So by right memang tak boleh lah.
Tapi sebelum tu kira sebelum abang pinjam tu, kira abang tak tahulah benda ni memang tak boleh lah.
That time tak tahu. Tak tahu. So
adakah zaman itu masih zaman budak baru?
Ya, betul. Fresh lagi lah, fresh.
Kira kalau dalam bahasa kasar kan, budak ingus.
Tak baik.
That time.
Abang Fai ulaskan lah, Abang Fai.
Betul. Apa-apa Miza cakap betul.
Senang
Senang buat kerja.
Senang
sangat.
Ya, senang. Tak boleh tak macam gitu, bang.
Tapi bang, Abang Miza, boleh tak kalau Abang Miza bilang kita berapa at that point of time you lost?
Team lah, myself dengan Fai.
Okay. Share lah.
I think about 7,000.
Wah,
shit, what the fuck? There's a lot
Yeah.
Tapi 7,000 tu kira what was the objective of pinjaman tu?
Dia punya, pasal kita dah jual rumah dia, habis dia nak booking rumah.
Oh.
Bila duit yang dia dapat from dia punya deposit from dia punya rumah tu, dia pergi belanja. Dia pergi belanja. Then we got to find out juga along the way, duit tong sampah tak bayar, SP service dia tak bayar. Right, and then the paise nak minta adik-beradik. So kita lah.
Understand.
You know when he mentioned just now, beribu kan, aku punya otak mungkin like 1,000, 2,000 lah. You know, max pun 2.5, 3 lah.
Around there lah.
Bro, he say 7K, that's a lot
Betul. Aku pun terperanjat.
Kau 70 nak pinjam pun macam berkira dengan aku.
Betul. Boy, tembak nampak? Tembak. Abang Fai, advance 1 bulan. Kita pun nak beri tahniah kepada Abang Fai.
Ya. Sebelum
Abang
kita lupa
Fai, Abang Fai kita ni menang Pegasus. Wah.
Thank you.
Sekali lagi merangkul trofi.
Merangkul.
Geram je. So tanya Abang Fai sekali lagi menang award Pegasus lah.
Dan dengan number 1 HDB achiever ya bang
Alhamdulillah.
Betul lah bang
Yes.
Wah, kita doakan kepada tim Miza Fai, semoga selalu dapatlah Pegasus. Abang Miza insyaAllah in the upcoming months pun dapat kita pun dapat sponsor yang tidak kaleng-kaleng, yang selalu dapat Pegasus multiple award champion tau.
Dan mereka itu membuktikan kerja mereka tu senonoh kata orang.
Betul.
Boleh dipercaya. Sebab for what aku tengok is mereka ni bertauliah. Betul. Bertanggungjawab. Betul. Dan friendly lah.
Friendly?
Friendly.
More on over friendly. Nak minta 7,000 tak?
Apa?
Nak 7,000.
Itu sign contract nanti. Sign contract baby.
Okay Abang Fai.
Okay, boleh kita teruskan.
Ya, kita nak abang kasih speech lah bang. Pasal abang kasih speech kat SRI tu kita tak ada. Okay. So kita kat 3 by show ni kita dapat pendengar dengan viewers dapat speech dari abang.
Okay.
So boleh tak abang ulaskan speech?
Okay, so speech ni macam okay, so this Pegasus Award ni, this is actually macam bukan kita nak action, tapi kita dah banyak kali menang. Okay, so tapi every time we win this Pegasus Award, kita dapat this Pegasus Award, every time is a different feeling.
Okay.
Okay. So kita dah dapat banyak. Setiap kali dapat tu feeling dia lain. Right? Okay. So this Pegasus Award, it means is whatever that we have done in the past month, orang putih kata apa tu, the fruits of labor.
Wow.
Fruits of labor.
So, buah apa bang? Apple? Orange?
Ya macam-macam gitu juga. Okay. So for those macam just a bit of kata-kata nasihat. Okay, so those macam to those business owners out there or even property agent. Okay, so for those of you who are still struggling, okay, just keep on going, stay focused, be consistent, and you have to be relevant in the market. Okay? So apa orang buat, you pun kena buat. You must show yourself everywhere, that you must continue your marketing, so that in business people you will remember you bila-bila, and kat mana diorang akan ingat muka you, diorang akan ingat siapa you. So this is very important in order to get your business going for a long time lah.
Okay, itu adalah satu kata-kata nasihat dan semangat lah.
Kata-kata hikmah lah ya.
Kata-kata hikmah yang terhikmah.
Kata hikmah, kata apa lagi? Safara tadi kata kata-kata apa?
Motivasi
dan perangsang. Perangsang dari Abang Fai.
Yes, okay. Sekarang kejap aku ada satu question.
Go ahead.
Tadi Abang Fai cakap every time bila when different time when you win you get different feeling. Pernah ke rasa marah dapat award?
Rasa marah
Kita tak tahu apa misal.
Ada juga.
Masih menang aja, masih menang je. Dia fikir
kadang-kadang ada juga macam asyik-asyik bos bagi nama kita menang award kan. So
macam tak ada nama orang lain
macam dalam company ni aku seorang ke apa kerja.
Amboi, Abang Fai ni.
Abang Miza kat tepi. Dia dia sangat.
Abang Miza ada apa-apa nak cakap kat Abang Fai ke? Pasal ulasan yang tadi dia cakap ni, macam dia seorang pula kerja. Macam mana bang
Tak lah, dia gurau je.
Dia gurau bang. Biasa bang
Ada dengar ni ada hari.
Kira dah lali lah.
Dah lali lah
First time.
Okay, Abang Miza, do you guys, as a healthy competition, right? Do you guys challenge each other, or do you guys keep score whoever has the higher trophy? Award lah, I would say.
Not really lah. It's not matter of siapa lagi terror pada siapa. It's just that we always try to brainstorm every single day on how to sustain the business for years to come. We don't do competition lah. Just competition with ourselves saja tu je.
Okay, I mean, so I would say that macam the awards that you guys win is so called like macam a legacy to back up Team Miza Fai lah.
Exactly lah. It's to inspire the rest of our team members lah.
Okay.
Understand. Okay bang, kita ada desas-desus. Semenjak Fai Muni menang Pegasus, desas-desus mengatakan dia nak kahwin 3. Adakah itu betul atau tidak?
Okay, so ini is orang kata myth.
Myth
Myth ni macam
ini I tak involve ini I tak involve. Dengar boleh, percaya jangan.
Percaya jangan.
Betul.
Tapi aku tengok Abang Fai, dia macam berbual boleh, percaya pun boleh jadi.
Pasal semalam dalam group chat dia cakap beras kita balik. Apa ulasan abang bang tentang tu?
Okay, I think we this topic.
Tukar
Miza jawab pula.
terus move on Macam mana Abang Miza nak jawab kahwin 3 Abang Fai?
Dia ada jawapan dia lah. Lain orang lain jawapan yang ada. Jawab lah.
Macam mana Abang Miza nak jawab ni?
Saya pun tak tahu macam nak cakap ni.
Okey lah bang, kita proceed lah. Desas-desus mengatakan awal tahun ni Abang Mizah kena cardiac arrest. Adakah itu betul lah atau tidak?
Betul.
Oh really?
Really.
What actually happened bang?
I played football actually last February. Main bola. Then collapse halfway through the game. And then Tanta buka mata dah dekat ICU.
Oh shit.
I wake up from ICU, yeah, correct. So heart attack, cardiac arrest, I about the same.
Wow.
But what did the doctor say? Is there any like blockage ke apa ke?
Doctor say ada one artery block pasal kolesterol. But by right kolesterol ni I think semua orang ada lah.
Yeah.
Kan? So bila nak discharge tu I think 2 of the specialists came to my ward dekat my bed tu nak discharge tu. Dia cakap actually I overwork my heart.
Oh, okay.
Okay. My heart ni lah. Overexercising, stress and so on lah. So dia kata not so much of the cholesterol, more to stress.
Understand.
So stress, tidur tak cukup.
I mean, it's a shock to hear that because you are quite young. You see,
Yeah.
yourself, you know.
Buat yang Alhamdulillah. Yang belajar aiskrim.
Boleh.
Ingat aku budak-budak nak belajar aiskrim.
Dapat okey lah barang something.
Ben and Jerry kata saya. Okay, but in all seriousness, I mean, looking at you are quite fit, even
Correct.
fitter than us. Kita
Yes.
we are younger than you yet. Macam you know, we are fatter and bigger than you. See? We are much more unhealthier. So I guess that macam, I mean, we are speaking facts. I'm
Yeah.
And I feel like macam to hear that you actually went through this episode, it's actually like a wake up call lah. Macam so called like macam seram lah untuk kita dengar.
Kita banyak sangat wake up call, tak buat apa-apa pun. But correct me if
Tapi
I'm
takut
wrong.
apa?
Apa dia, Safras?
Dah sign 6 bulan, kita hidup 3 bulan je.
Jangan, tak baik. Tak baik. Deposit tak boleh ambil bang.
Kita bawa masuk kubur lah.
Yalah. Bang, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that you actually lead a healthy lifestyle. Am I right?
Yes, betul.
Yeah, but even though abang overwork and everything like that, abang still take time to exercise dengan macam to see the scenery and views from based on your Instagram lah.
Yeah.
So macam benda-benda ni bila terjadi tu abang collapse, abang ada fikir tak, macam mana aku boleh macam gini Macam ada tak pikiran tentang macam is my healthy lifestyle the cause of me collapsing?
Ada juga bila dah wake up, dah sadar tu, you do a self reflection lah. Then I think that I betul-betul overwork in the sense of nanti dah habis main bola, nanti balik mandi pukul 1 pagi pergi gym. Nanti pukul 12 malam pergi lari 5 to 10 klik. Lepas tu nanti tidur sikit, like short hours. Pagi bangun nak hantar anak pergi sekolah. So you don't have actually enough rest lah.
And also macam I don't know whether this is true, but what I heard before this, that scientifically that when it's night time, your body naturally macam adapt to resting mode.
Correct.
So that's why macam when you buat benda gini-gini time malam kan, your heart is actually putting more work than during the daytime.
Exactly, betul. 100%.
And then lagi macam abang tak cukup tidur. So macam you dah, let's say you dah tidur sekejap your body dah rest tiba-tiba you dah awake. So
betul.
macam your jantung macam terkejut lah.
Betul. On point lah, betul.
Masa tu masa tu
doktor baik.
Okay. Masa tu apa perasaan yang paling kuat datang? Like ada tak macam ni mungkin detik paling mencabar atau dugaan yang paling berat abang pernah alami?
Meaning apa again?
So masa tu apa perasaan yang bila abang dah bangun tu? Abang rasa macam wah, ni dugaan yang paling berat aku pernah alami.
Okay. Yeah. So bila sadar tu, like I say tadi, bila buat self reflection, moment sadar, then I overheard a few doctor nurses cakap that I actually I'm not supposed to made it. Doktor cakap doktor cakap not supposed. So diorang pun sendiri terkejut. So bila I do self reflection, bangun tu macam ni ada ni banyak dosa ni aku fikir. Ada banyak salah ni nak kena atone.
Nak kena pembentukan lah.
Yeah. So then definitely the biggest challenge of all ni lah. Correct.
Tapi masa tu bila abang terlentang di ICU 3 hari unconscious abang abang punya isteri dengan anak datang kan? Like what did they tell you when you woke up? Like what was the thing that was shared?
I spoke to my wife especially. Dia kata it was crazy lah. The whole situation crazy. Then nak kena hantar anak pergi rumah cousin. There's the arrangement logistik tu kecoh lah. So until every day she visited me after work ke, sometimes I make leave ke apa just to see. And then Fai also play a big part. Then he took my phone to somehow reply. Banyak orang cari kita kan. So banyak orang cari me juga. There are some clients yang nak jumpa Team Miza. When they call Miza, dia nak jumpa Miza. Macam gitu. So but I'm in the hospital. So Fai tolong reply everyone and so on so forth. So ada banyak kawan-kawan from all the agencies involved nanti datang visit, ada yang doakan. So actually berbesar hati lah.
Kita dengar abang Casey pun turun.
Yes, of course.
Dengan isterinya Kak Fiza.
Correct.
Abang Fai masa tu bila
aku ada satu question.
Nantilah
Abang Fiza, from the time that you collapse, right, until the time that you sadar, right, how long was it? How many days or what?
4 tak salah.
4 lah.
Because they induce coma me for 72
Dia tidurkan
hours. Dia tidurkan for 72 hours.
Okay.
Tu dah deh.
Wah, so imagine like the like your wife dia punya emotions, dia punya fikiran mesti haywire.
Apa perasaan Abang Fai masa tu bila abang dapat berita dia partner abang sendiri, the integral part of Mirza Fai, Mirza yang jatuh?
Terkejut lah. Terkejut. Ni bukan terkesima terkejut. Ni betul terkejut. Okay, terkejut. Sebab one of the friend message me 10:30 malam.
Okay.
Cakap, Fai, kau kat mana? Cakap, aku kat hospital ni. Mirza masuk hospital. I was like, dah dekat katil. There was I think close to 10:30 ke close to 11 lah, I think. Cakap, alamak, apa hal ni? Terus call dia tak angkat. Cakap, alamak ni budak tak angkat telefon pula. Cakap, okay, kat hospital mana? Aku datang sekarang. So without thinking much, I go straight to the hospital lah. Right? So go straight to the hospital. Sambil pergi hospital tu, I already call my boss. Cakap, abang balik lah. Cakap, bang, Mirza kat hospital lah. Cakap, apa hal? Tak tahu abang. Apa budak-budak kata, member dia kata dekat ICU lah. Cakap, okay. Then terus letak dekat kita punya group. Okay, nama group kita, nama big group is group Mersing. Okay, so kita letak dekat Mersing. Okay, cakap, salam guys, just for information, Mirza sekarang dah dekat ICU kat hospital, doakan yang terbaik untuk dia lah. Okay, so I terus rush to the hospital. So dalam hati macam, asal dia ni masuk hospital, tapi aku dah tahu dia main bola. Tapi how the thing come about dia masuk hospital itu kita tak tahulah kan. Okay, so we are still banyak sambil driving tu banyak question mark sampai jalan nak keluar mana pun tak tahu. Jalan keluar dah sesat, masuk balik expressway, keluar balik. Okay, so pasal a lot of things running inside the mind.
Abang dah berkecamuk
berkecamuk. Wah, ini English bagus lah. Beli bagi ya. Okay, so inside my mind was that time is not about business anymore lah. Okay, it's about his family. It's about his kid. Pasal alamak, anak dia masih kecil lah, apa-apa jadi kat dia, mak kecoh apa, anak dia masih kecil, bini dia kerja, and he still got a mom to take it off. Right? So I was like, wow, a lot of things inside my mind. It's not about business anymore. It's more about the family. So bila dah datang tu, cakap lama tak boleh masuk. Cakap, so we really see some of dia punya friends kat luar tu, dia tak boleh masuk. So tapi dia punya wife Fana was very strong. Dia masih relax, dia masih tegur Fai, cakap berbual sikit-sikit lah kan. Okay. So kita mah in the state of shock lah. I can only get to see him pukul 4 plus in the morning. So imagine kita datang sana pukul 10 lebih. Okay, so 10 lebih tu by the time pukul 12 lebih dah banyak my budak-budak member semua dah banyak datang lah. 12 lebih dia semua datang. By the time 2 lebih dia orang tak dapat tengok, banyak 2 lebih semua dah balik. So if I remember correctly, I'm the only one with some of his friends yang masih stay. For me is I nak kena tengok dia dulu. I nak kena tahu that will answer all the question I had in my head. So dapat tengok dia bila pukul 4 plus in the morning. So bila tengok dia tu cakap, uish, I was thinking bila tengok dia tu I was thinking macam, alah, maybe it's just masuk 2-3 tube kat tangan kan. So kalau masuk hospital 2-3 tube kat tangan. So bila I was masuk, relax lah, tak ada apa-apa lah. Sekali bila masuk, dia ni dah macam Terminator campur Cyclops lah. I was like, betul tak expect. I was like, rabak apa ni. Wah, rabak that time. Rabak. Dengan dia punya mata dia pakai Cyclops punya glove, goggle. Lepas tu dia pakai macam itu yang Air Force One naik kau terbang, dia pakai itu mask, oksigen. Then banyak tube sini sana kiri kanan, badan dia pun banyak tube masuk keluar masuk. It was like daripada atas sampai bawah. So, dia ni rabak dia ni. So it was like, so cannot imagine lah. Cannot imagine. Cannot imagine. So bila saya balik tu sampai rumah dah ada dekat I think close to 5 AM lah.
Alright.
Tapi
it answer all the question lah. So alhamdulillah he's now in a better position.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, Abang Fai, jujur jawab jujur. Bila pertama kali you masuk bilik tu, you tengok keadaan Abang Mirza macam itu dengan tube kan, ada tak terjatuh satu titik air mata?
I think that one tak ada sebab I was in a state of shock. Terkejut.
Okay.
Then bila I masuk tu I tak ingat lah, I think I masuk seorang lah. I was like terkejut macam macam a lot of
tak sangka
a lot of mixed reaction lah. A lot of macam apa aku nak buat sekarang ni buat. Then tengok pun cakap, alamak, tak boleh buat apa lah. It's really cannot do anything. Tapi I mean bila dah tengok I was like, really cannot imagine lah. Mula-mula ingat of YouTube, sekali datang cakap alamak, Terminator Cyclops pun kalah sih. Macam
Okay, saya nak tanya abang satu soalan. So abang Fai, kalau misalnya kata kalau abang nampak Abang Mirza macam gitu kan, macam Cyclops, Terminator dan sebagainya, tapi misalnya kata kalau Abang Mirza pergi di keadaan gitu, apa Abang Mirza apa Abang Fai akan buat selepas tu?
Team Mirza Fai tukar Team Fai.
Macam mana tu?
Okay, ni tak pernah terlintas in my mind lah. Okay, tak pernah terlintas in my mind. For us is we just want the best for him lah. Okay, I mean kalau dia nak pergi ke, dia nak datang ke, memang kita serah pada Allah lah.
Yalah, Hamboi, itu serah pada Allah.
Political answer.
Ya.
Banyak campur ustaz-ustaz kadang berbual macam ni.
Alhamdulillah.
Ada.
Dia selalu nampak kita kat tepi masjid kan.
Alhamdulillah.
Tapi masuk dewan dia tak ada.
Ada, kau tak nampak.
Okay, Abang Mirza, saya nak tanya Abang Mirza tentang correlation towards this question. So a lot of people think that real estate agents are actually living a lifestyle of stress. Would you say that it is true? And also, what experience can you change this in order for house agents, for yourself, could make it much more manageable for your stress as well?
Okay. So the first question, true. Stress dengan real estate agent ni best friend lah. Okay, I don't believe that ni kerja on time on target, tak stress, happy. Those yang mention macam gini are those yang not selling houses or they are not doing that well. Right? I think those yang kalau tengok this show, okay, they are stressed like myself dengan Fai, definitely lah. I think 100%. But in order to counter this, I think that's why our boss always remind us to pace ourselves. As much as kita nak ada duit banyak, right? Tapi as much as kita nak duit bank bertimbun-timbun, satu hari 24 jam je.
Betul.
Right? So we have friends who are in the same industry, who earn millions of dollars, tapi check themselves inside hospital. They themselves check inside hospital because of depression, anxiety, and so on and so forth lah. So I mean, pertaining to the question, the answer is kalau you manage your speed lah, your tempo pelan-pelan sikit. You should know how much you want to earn. At the same time, you know how to balance your own
work
time
life
lah. Work life balance lah. Kau nak to enjoy your family, your kids. Macam Faiz selalu ambil gambar kan, naik basikal dengan the kids lah. That actually very good.
Because macam gini kan, macam orang cakap flexible lah apa kan. So time is like more, like time is at your hands lah.
Correct. But actually tak sangat, because we work to the clients punya timing. Timing. And then most of the time yang kita jumpa klien ni is not always pasal rumah. Kita bukan real estate agent je. Sometimes dia yang divorce cases, dia complain mengadu kat kita, and so on. Habis ada yang pakcik-makcik anak kena halau, dia mengadu kat kita. Kita pun consider macam part time consultant lah.
Could we also get your
Therapist.
Therapist memang could we also get your advice Abang Fai, but in Spanish lah.
Ores tolong. Itu part korang suka
Could we get you to also cakap pasal benda ni bang? Macam mana abang manage abang punya stress and everything like that?
Okay, I would say benda stress ni is not only for property agent lah. I mean for all of us, tak kira you kerja apa whatever lah kan. I mean you kerja whatever company, business owners, okay, stress is always there lah. Okay, especially macam we consider ourselves is a business people. Okay, so as a business people ni kita punya own boss. Okay, kalau you kerja company is different. Kalau company tu not doing well, okay, you dah lepas tangan. Okay, boss yang jawab. Okay, tapi for us, kita business partner, kita is a business people. Okay, kalau kita not do well, kita kena jawab dengan kita punya family kat rumah. Right? So for us is I mean in all businesses, in all trade, you must really take care of yourself. Okay, dulu masa first started off in the property industry, okay, I was really macam buat kerja makan kabut, kacung spider. Okay, buat kerja semua nak cepat. Then a lot of stress. Tapi as we go along, we pace ourselves. Okay, tapi relax to manage apa. There will of course be problems when we go along. Okay, it's just how you manage the problem, macam mana you settle problem tu, and how long it take for you to settle lah. So kalau boleh, try to manage, try to have a healthy lifestyle. Ada duit sikit, shopping, buang duit sana, buang duit sini. Okay, pergi holiday walaupun dekat-dekat pun, just get your mind off work lah.
Pasal like macam like apa ni, like duit dalam bank makin bertimbul. Tapi kesihatan makin merosot. So pointless. Betul lah. Macam abang Miza cakap tadi, like macam people that he know people that earn millions and a lot, but they check themselves into hospital. So I mean, kau kerja banyak-banyak pun, kau ada banyak duit pun, tapi kalau kau tak enjoy untuk diri kau, setakat untuk apa ni, bayar untuk kau punya medical je, kau punya sakit, pointless lah.
Betul.
So kau tak enjoy kau punya life. So Nasir, apa soalan kau seterusnya?
Okay bang, lepas kejadian itu kan, ada tak perubahan dalam cara Abang Miza jaga kesihatan atau cara tim Mizafai uruskan kerja supaya lebih seimbang?
Ada, yes. Now I'm more awareness tu kena tambah sikit lah. So doktor before nak discharge tu, doktor cakap dah no more nonsense. Kalau pergi gym dah tak boleh angkat yang berat-berat sangat.
Kira tak boleh deadlift abang.
Deadlift boleh tapi tak boleh berat sangat. So but doktor cakap malam aja is lepak kat rumah, tidur, tengok Netflix and so on. There's no more gym malam-malam, tak ada lah.
How about go for night walk like that?
Walk boleh. Yeah. Cuma now because I'm already memang dah start exercise, right? So now that I dah I mean this happened to me, doktor cakap I need to exercise more. Tak boleh stop.
Okay.
Tapi tak boleh stress sangat.
Understand.
That mean you could not only gym aja lah, you could bilang night walk. Okay, and then doctor advise to walk every morning under the sun yang 8 pagi punya, which I do for very long time already.
Understand.
So all these things lah. And then the kerja punya wise, I think it's still sama je lah. It's just that after I notice after ada jatuh tu, I think the camaraderie within the team is becoming more strong. It's something which I'm very happy about.
Kira a blessing in disguise lah.
Aku ingat dia nak tolak Abang Fai kerja dia.
Tak ada. Tapi Abang Miza, kalau Abang Miza stress kan, Abang Miza ada bilang Abang Fai, Fai aku stress lah, aku tak boleh angkat ni, kau boleh angkat tak untuk aku? Ada tak?
Not in that context lah. Tapi I selalu text je. Macam this month business slow sikit nanti I will complain kat dia complain kat me.
Kira
tak apa, sabar, kita fight ke macam gitu lah. We always complain terus, sikit-sikit je.
A person to rant on lah.
Okay, but what if macam let's say you have an overload of work. Okay, habis macam you feel like macam okay, this is too much on me. You know, I need to take care of myself, right? Like you say.
Correct.
So ada tak macam you bilang Abang Fai, Fai kau boleh take on this a bit lah?
I will definitely inform him. Tapi likely we will delegate the job to the rest of the team members lah. Macam maybe I jual, this client nak jual beli, I handle the selling, tapi the buying the team member buat kan. Things like that lah. We delegate lah.
So speaking of which, I also want to understand within the team kan bang, if ever since abang collapse and everything like that, has work-life balance have been prioritized tak dalam team Mizafai?
I think I agree to that lah. Because I think dulu jarang nampak sikit Fai naik basikal dengan family. Aku rasa if you don't post kat Facebook, it doesn't happen. Tapi lately nampak dia, and then some of the rest of the team members pergi holiday, short holiday, drive up and so on. So I think I've seen more lah after I collapse.
Understand. Kita wish the best untuk the team Mizafai.
Thank you so much.
Kita hope that korang pun dapat iktibar atau pelajaran dari episod ini.
And definitely I think it's not a wake up call. I think it's macam lesson lah. It's an eye opener.
Correct.
For team Mizafai, for the team members especially. You know, macam jangan overwork lah. You know, like you say. Pasal nanti tak pasal-pasal stress.
Jangan tau, desas-desus dah mengatakan Abang Fai nak kahwin 3 lagi.
Cuba kalau Nora Danish DM dia.
Abang, kalau Nora Danish DM apa macam mana bang?
Okay, so
Betul sih. Hola, ¿cómo estás, Dora Danish?
Reply lah kan.
Reply lah.
Orang komen kita, orang DM kita cara baik. Kita sebagai seorang Muslim yang baik, kita kena reply. Okay, so kalau kita
Dia
tak
pay
reply,
wakar lah bahasa.
kalau kita tak reply, nanti orang kata, alamak dia ni macam mana Miss Celebrity kan. So kita being humble is one of the trait that my parents teach me lah.
Aduh.
Kata dia market diri dia. Dia baru kau cakap salesman, business bro.
Dia pakai kamera je.
Dia pakai kamera.
Belakang kamera je cakap lah.
WhatsApp ada di sini
Aduh, Safras.
Aduh.
Okay, Safras. Podcast ini ditajukan khas oleh dari siapa, Safras?
Podcast ni, okay, bukan podcast lah, tapi episod ini.
Ya, episod ini.
Okay, sabar-sabar aku nak. Betul lah, aku tak prepare.
Ya, sorry. Podcast ini ditajukan khas oleh ejen hartanah Tim Mirza Vibe, pemenang pelbagai anugerah Pegasus dalam industri hartanah. Jual, beli, upgrade, downgrade ke HDB, kondo dan private. WhatsApp Mirza di 83832145 atau hubungi Fahai di 83338555.
We assess your numbers first, so every move is right. Supaya keputusan anda tepat, selamat dan menguntungkan. Follow mereka at Tim Mirza Vibe di IG dan TikTok untuk tips, strategi dan video listing terkini.
Dengan itu, Safras, wrap it up.
Okay, adakah kita akan have episode tu?
Yes, kita akan, of course.
Okay, kita akan move to the next episode selepas ini. Kalau korang suka dengan konten kita hari ini, catch us on the next one lah. Kuda Hafiz. Assalamualaikum.
Kuda Hafiz.
Kuna Hafiz.
Tim Mirza Vibe, jalan sama